In this video, we're going to look at the concept of mole and equations for chemistry. Now, after going through this video, I guarantee you guys that you'll be able to deal with problems involving mole and equations for chemistry. So ensure you stay to the end of this video. Alright, this is also an important aspect of chemistry. Okay, so let's go into the details of the video. Alright, so we're looking at the mole and equations. This is Q. Okay, now note that you can use moles to calculate masses in reactions. Okay, note that. Now, for instance, let me show you how you can know your number of moles in a chemical equation. Alright, let's say in this chemical equation we have magnesium atom reacts with hydrochloric acid to give magnesium chloride, alright, plus hydrogen gas. Okay, now if we check this chemical equation is balanced. We have one atom of magnesium at the left, we have one atom of magnesium at the right, we have two atoms of hydrogen at the left, we have two atoms of hydrogen at the left, we also have two atoms of chlorine at the left, we have two atoms of chlorine at the right. So the chemical equation is balanced. Now here, to know your mole numbers, the number behind the element or compound is known as the mole number. For instance, this 2 is behind this compound hydrochloric acid. This is the mole number. Alright, here the mole number is 1. Here the mole number is 1. Here the mole number is also what? 1. So you can see that the mole ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1 is to what? 1. Alright, so we have 1 is to 2 is to 1 is to what? 1. So this is how you can decode the number of moles in a compound or element. So having known that, let's proceed. Let's look at how you can balance equations using reacting masses. Now, this is very important. Let me bring a typical question we will use to explain this. Alright, and we'll proceed from there. Let's write this and look at the typical question. Okay, guys, look at this question. Remember that we are looking at how to balance equations, chemical equations, using reacting masses. Okay, this question says 8.1 gram of zinc oxide reacts completely with 0.60 gram of carbon to form 2.2 gram of carbon dioxide and 6.5 gram of zinc. Write a balanced simple equation for this reaction. Now, the very first thing you have to do is to bring out the elements or compounds involved. So in this question, we have zinc oxide. So we have zinc oxide, alright, reacts with carbon to form carbon dioxide, okay, and zinc. Alright, now the next thing you have to do is to calculate their relative formula mass. Okay, now note that in this question, look at the relative atomic mass of the elements. So we have relative atomic mass. Let me write it here. Right, but you have to know it. Okay, but usually it's given. We have that of carbon to be 12. Right, we have that of oxygen to be 16. Okay, we have that of which other element? We have zinc to be 65. Okay, so we can use this information now to get our relative formula mass. So for zinc is to add the relative atomic mass of the atoms. So zinc is going to give us 65 plus oxygen 16. Okay, now for carbon is 12. One atom carbon here. So for carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide, we have 12 plus 16 times 2. So for zinc, it's just 65. So when you simplify this, you are going to have, so 65 plus 16 is going to give us 81. Alright, this one is still be 12. This one is 16 times 2, that's 32. 32 plus 12 is going to give us 44. This one is to be was 65. Follow me, guys. Okay, so I'm making progress. Now, The next thing you're going to do will be, remember, we want to balance this equation using reacting masses. Now, the next thing you're going to do will be to get the mole ratio. Alright, because basically what we're looking at here is to get the mole ratio. So the mole ratio will help us to balance this chemical equation here. Alright, so for the mole ratio, all you have to do is to divide the reacting mass with the relative formula mass of the elements and compound we have in this reaction. So for this zinc oxide compound, it's going to be, we have the mass of zinc oxide to be 8.1 to give us 8.1 over, so the relative formula mass, we have it to be 81. Then this one will be the mass of carbon here is 0.60 over 12. That of carbon dioxide, we have it to be 2.2 over 44. That of zinc, we have it to be 6.5 over 65. Alright, so let me break this down with my calculator. So when you punch on a calculator, 8.1 divided by 81 is going to give you 0.1. So let's write 0.1. Okay, now I can choose to add another 0 to it, but it's still 0.1. Alright, now 0.60 divided by 12, let me punch it. Okay, so this one will give me 0.05. Okay, now this one will be, let me write the 5 where, that's 0.05. Alright, so this one gives us 2.2 divided by 44. Let me punch it. Okay, so this one will still give us 0.05. Alright, now for zinc, 6.5 divided by 65. We're going to have it to be 0.1. This one is to give us 0.1. Let me adjust it. So we still have 0.1 here. That should add 0. Okay, now that we have these respective mole ratios, we don't have to leave it in decimal value or in point like this. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, in order not to leave it in decimal value or in points like this, is to divide through by the least mole ratio. Alright, so the least mole ratio here is 0.05. 0.05 is less than 0.1. Alright, so divide through by 0.05. Okay, 0.05, 0.05, and also 0.05. Alright, so when you punch on your calculator, 0.1 divided by 0.05 will give you 2. Alright, this will give us 1. This will give us what? 1. This will also give us what? 2. We now have the mole ratio to be 2:1. 2:1 is to 1:2. Okay, so that means what we're going to have here, we're asked to write a balanced simple equation for this reaction. So we have 2 moles of zinc. Let me write it 2 where. So we have 2 moles of zinc oxide reacted with 1 mole of carbon. Alright, to give 1 mole of carbon dioxide and 2 mole, let me write it 2 where, to give us 2 moles of zinc atom. So this will be the balanced chemical equation for this reaction. Alright, remember we use reacting masses to balance this chemical equation. This is what you have to know about mole and equations. It's as simple as that, guys. Now let me give you a practice chemistry question on this before I call it a class. Very interesting. Let's wipe this. You just follow this procedure and you get your results. So let's wipe this and look at the practice chemistry question. Okay guys, now let's look at this question. It says 84 grams of nitrogen gas reacts completely with 18 grams of hydrogen gas to produce 102 grams of ammonia. We have to calculate how many moles of each substance reacted or was produced. Okay, And B part of it says use your answer to part A to write a balanced symbol equation for this reaction. Now let's say we are given the relative atomic mass of the elements to be, okay, that of nitrogen we have it to be 14, that of hydrogen we have it to be 1. Okay, so feel free to pause this video and see if you can figure this out using the procedure we used in the previous example. Okay, let's do it together. All right, remember we're going to use the reacting masses to balance this chemical equation. All right, so firstly we have the question says nitrogen gas reacted with hydrogen gas to give ammonia. Okay, now let's get the relative formula mass of the elements and compounds respectively. So that of nitrogen gas will be, since the relative atomic mass of nitrogen is 14, so it's going to give us 14 times 2. All right, this one give us 2 times 1. This one give us 14 plus 3 times 1. So when you break this down, this is going to give us 28. This will give us 2. This will give us, now 14 plus 3 give us what, 17. Okay, now for the mole ratio, all right, this is T. What we're going to do now will be to divide the mass of each element and compound with the relative formula mass. So for the nitrogen gas here, it's going to give us the mass is, we have it to be 84 divided by 28. So this one give us the mass of hydrogen gas here is 18 divided by 2. This one give us the mass of this one is 102 divided by 17. So when we break this down, it's going to give us 84 divided by 28 will give us 3. This one give us 18 divided by 2 give us 9. All right, 102 divided by 17 will give us 6. Okay, now that we have this, we are going to divide through by the least mole ratio. So the least mole ratio here is what? 3. All right, divide by 3. Okay, so this will cancel this, we have 1. This will cancel this, we have what? 3. This will cancel this, we have what? 2. So the mole ratio, we have it to be 1 is to 3 is to what? 2. So that would be the least mole ratio. Okay, so this tells us now that the balanced chemical equation will be the mole of this nitrogen gas is 1. The number of moles of this hydrogen gas here is what? 3. And that of the ammonia is what? 2. So the equation is now balanced. We have 2 atoms of nitrogen at the left, we have 2 atoms of nitrogen at the right, we have 6 atoms of nitrogen at the left, and we also have 6 atoms of nitrogen at the right, because this 2 here is multiplying this 3 for hydrogen. So we have 6 atoms of hydrogen at the left and also 6 atoms of hydrogen at the right. So this equation is well balanced. So that's all you have to do for this question. So for the A part of this question that says calculate how many moles of each substance reacted that was produced. So for the mole of nitrogen gas, we have it to be 1. The mole of hydrogen gas, we have it to be 3, and the mole of ammonia, we have it to be 2. So that's what we're going to write. Then for the balanced chemical equation, this is what we're going to present. Okay, so that's it for this question. Hope you did something interesting from this video. Let's call it a class here. Now, if you are new to the channel, ensure you check the description of this video below or link to our Telegram channel. Click on it and join the Telegram channel for instant notifications. Also ensure that you subscribe to this channel by hitting the subscribe button for more videos like this. Like, share, and comment on this video. Tell me how you feel from what I learned from this class. If you seem to have any specific questions to ask regarding this topic, feel free to leave your place in the comment section below and I'll be sure to give you a response. Now click on the end screen above and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.